So come to find out, the reason Chrisean Jr. is blind is because during labor, the doctors told Chrisean that she had chlamydia and that it would be best to get a C-section so that he doesn't pass through the canal, because if he passes through the canal, he might come out blind.
Everybody that keep talking about Save Junior and all this other stuff, or like, when is he going to get help? What are y'all talking about? He's getting help. What are you talking about? He's in.
They should have shut that girl down. They're accomplices in destroying that little boy.
Okay, who's out here breaking HIPAA laws? Apparently, there's some medical records of Chrisean and her baby floating around, and I don't know if it's true. This is all alleged, but I'm just gonna share what I learned. Maybe.
Jaguar Wright is back on Chrisean's neck again, and this time she dropped some disturbing tea exposing how Chrisean supposedly passed multiple STDs to her son even before he was born. Everybody has already been going in on Chrisean for drinking her way into messing Junior up. But what a lot of folks don't know is that some medical reports that look like they belong to Junior leaked not too long ago. It showed he had caught a bunch of STDs, some of which Chrisean passed to him while she was still pregnant, and others he picked up at birth because her birth canal had all kinds of infections. Jaguar said she didn't want to speak on it at first because she was trying to give Chrisean a little grace, but after seeing how she's been moving with Junior lately, ignoring his health and just using him as bait for clout on her streams, she's done staying quiet. Now, in case y'all somehow missed it, Junior's infections were exposed a while back by her own family, specifically her sister Tareen. She said when Chrisean was giving birth, her chlamydia was so bad the doctor didn't even think it was clean enough for her to push Junior out because of how messed up everything was down there. But Chrisean still insisted on pushing him out anyway because she didn't want no C-section. Baby, that's some real nastiness right there.
Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your motherly instincts didn't kick in. They said we're going to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your motherly instincts was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, things got even messier when a nurse at the hospital Chrisean been taking Junior to leaked his medical report, violating HIPAA, and it turns out he's dealing with way more conditions than anybody thought. The report claims several of those issues came from Chrisean smoking, drinking, and sleeping with other men while she was pregnant. And get this, somebody on her team even sent photos of Junior leaking to CPS, and that's what finally got them to respond to all the complaints they'd been getting about his condition. A former CPS officer even spoke up to the people asking why Chrisean still has her son even after those medical reports show she ain't fit to be his mama. She said, "Listen, as a former social services specialist for MDHHS, whenever you go into someone's records, you leave a footprint, which is why I never effed around with it." But short of the long, someone leaked Chrisean Jr.'s records, which show FAS, visual impairments, spasticity, seizures, positive for opiates, positive for and several other drugs and illnesses. And the main question being asked in the comments is, where was... Listen, as a former CPS investigator, many babies that tested positive for drugs went home with their parents. In most cases, CPS will come out and check the home to make sure the mother has the things she needs for the baby, and services may be offered. But y'all think CPS is the end-all be-all, and it's not.
Chrisean finna be on the run because somebody was able to send pictures to the police department of Chrisean's Jr. genital parts, and they said he was bleeding from his diaper. She allegedly has not been taking him to his hernia surgeries, so they're not up to date as well. He also has severe diaper rashes, and it's just like, it's getting to a point. If this is all true, I feel like they should just go ahead and place this baby in a good home, or she needs to take parenting class. Instead of chasing all these men that's not doing you no good, do better for your son. Do right by your kid. Like, we want to see him in a healthy position. It's been like one thing after another when it comes to that baby. It first started when she was in Walmart and his head was hanging over while she had the dog in her hand. But Blueface told us and we thought he was lying. And I just find it so crazy that neither one of her family members want to take the baby and help her with the baby. I find that so strange.
You see, the thing with Chrisean and this entire situation with Junior is that everyone thinks she can't possibly do him dirty. But she does something again that makes you question if she even wants him alive. No shade. I see why some people believe she is deliberately doing these things to him just to get him to lose his life. I'm not saying that's what she's doing, but I can see why folks believe that to be the case. In fact, just a few months ago, she came under fire again when she went live on Instagram with Junior, looking like he was fighting to stay alive. He was heavily congested, coughing, wheezing, and struggling to breathe. People immediately flooded her comments telling her to check on him because it sounded like he was choking on mucus.
See, he just coughed it all up. Good boy. Good boy. See, this medicine, it clears his, like, already got medicine. I take him back tomorrow. But they said it's normal because of, I guess, the flu shot. Like, you know how you get, what's some things? Vaccines. They, like, it goes away in, like, 48 hours. But, I don't know. He been having this little fake cough on and off. Like, it go away and come back. And right now, he just...
No, bitch, he's covered in germ.
No, he don't have a fever. He doesn't have a fever. It's funny how y'all over there trying to diagnose my child. He is okay. Pray for his little cold to go away. What y'all want to see the medicine take? No, none of your business. You feel me? Like, y'all just overly doing too much on this live. I was in the car. I was still in the car because I didn't want to eat and move.
Now, I know some of y'all might be sitting there asking why Jaguar is just now coming out of the woodwork to pop off about all this after staying quiet for so long. Well, according to her, seeing those recent clips of Junior floating around social media was basically the final straw that made her break her silence.
And I think part of the reason why he's cozying up to her is probably because she got some shit on him. And they need the content. They're getting boring, right? Because that's their whole thing, right? They get together and they become real toxic. And then everyone watches, right? And then they make money and they're doing less interviews and people are becoming less and less interested in.
But this was actually just the beginning. Jaguar claims that Junior's condition was planned even before he was born, and that everything we see Chrisean doing to him now was meant to happen exactly how it's happening. Apparently, even her being on baddies and having people watch her drink and smoke her son into his health problems were allegedly all part of the ritual.
From hell that Lemmy got, that Zeus foolishness. That's the third realm of hell. Y'all didn't know? They saw her while she was pregnant, stomach sitting out. Drinking liquor straight from the bottle and smoking weed. What did y'all think was going to happen to that child? And God help me. Hard liquor and doing any kind of psychedelic or hallucination-based anything while you're pregnant at any stage is dangerous. But the later you wait, the more dangerous it becomes. Can it create deformities in the early months, in the early trimester? Absolutely, but it can actually take the child's life, because once the baby develops lungs and develops the brain, even though the organs are small and still growing, they actually start ingesting that shit.
Oh, and remember those allegations that were going around a while back that Chrisean was behind the death of her ex-boyfriend Ronnie? Well, Jaguar had a few things to say about that situation too, and she wasn't on Chrisean's side. So if y'all remember clearly, right before Ronnie mysteriously died, he was claiming that Junior was his son, and even begged Chrisean for a paternity test. He was claiming that Junior was his son, and even begged Chrisean for a paternity test, but she refused on multiple occasions. But for some reason, after he died, she came out with a paternity test that she claims she did with him just before his death. Now, it's since been speculated that the supposed paternity test results she posted is fake, but of course, she still wants us to believe they're real.
I deserve
to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test.
Anyway, as I said, Jaguar didn't hold back from bringing this up in her recent interview. She called out how weird it was that Ronnie died just before he was set to drag Chrisean, and that she is waiting for Junior to be taken from her for good once she's convicted for her alleged involvement in Ronnie's death.
Pray to God that if she does go to prison for conspiracy to remove Ronnie Doe from this planet, I pray to God that whoever takes that child over sues Zeus Network for millions for what they allowed on film to happen to that baby and profited from heavily. And shame on all you subscribers. Because the truth is, the second y'all seen that shit going down, you all should have got the fuck on the phone. You should have discontinued your Zeus accounts, and y'all should have called Child Protective Services.
Now, I'm not even going to lie. Jaguar just hit everyone side-eyeing Chrisean big time, with some people saying she deserved to do jail time for infecting Junior and ruining his life. As usual, people had thoughts like this person who said, honestly, from all the clips I've seen of him and just kind of watching how he behaves and reacts to things, this all makes so much sense. The spacing out, medical professionals pointing out seizures in videos, inability to walk, the clubbed feet. He won't eat solids at almost 3 years old. When he makes those noises, they seem like noises of pain. Another person said, I can't lie, I really do not like this girl. Just a nasty female. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Jaguar slamming Chrisean for allegedly infecting Junior with an STD germ? And do you really think Chrisean is setting Junior up with all these things because she wants him gone? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.